Hey there, YTPC, New Jersey Piper Ben here. Having some LJ Peretti number 8 slices in my 7 Leone 616 king size. Pretty pipe. Not a huge fan of bent pipes, but I break it out every once in a while. Just wanted to do a quick BR for Yardism / BriarReport.org's Independence Day GAW. A great concept for a GAW. So the question is, what is your favorite part about America? And Chad set it up very well, talking about the America the Beautiful poem that was, turned into a song. And just the beautiful sentiments expressed in that poem. And I'll try to remember what I sent in my email, because the official way to answer is to submit your answer via email in a short paragraph. And this VR is for something supplemental. Not sure what that's going to be yet, but I'll try to remember what I wrote. But the gist of it was, my favorite part of this country is the potential of America. And what I mean by that is the documentation and laws put forth, as embodied in our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, all the amendments to the Constitution, and basically even the Declaration of Independence in a lot of ways. But the sentiments set forth in those documents basically allow for what is known as the American dream to take place. And basically, what that means to me is, understanding, just the history of my parents. Understanding that they came from, basically poverty. Even I've mentioned before that my dad grew up in a house that didn't even have indoor plumbing in West Virginia. But as they progressed in their lives and took it upon themselves to attempt to make their lives better, they were able to go from, being very poor to, basically retiring as middle class people, having raised and put through college 2 sons that so far we've pretty much been able to set ourselves up that we're going to have an easier life than they did. And that was their ultimate goal, was to make sure that we had easier lives than they did. And they absolutely accomplished that. And again, the sentiment of our founding and everything that our laws are hopefully meant to reflect in the way we set up our society allowed for that to take place, given that they were willing to work for it and dedicate themselves. And the spirit of those laws means that everybody should be able to do that. And that's, whether or not that happens obviously is up for debate, but that's the spirit of how they exist. And that's a beautiful thing. America doesn't have a sort of, we don't have a monopoly on freedom. There are other countries in the world that have freedom and have similar, setups that we have. But again, that people are able to do that in their lives and to better themselves. And hopefully the the strictures of government don't get in the way too much. It's a beautiful thing, you know, to go from being hungry to being fed, to go from, you know, spending your last dollar to having a little bit in savings. You know, that's good. And you know, it's up to the people to make that reality true for as many people as possible. So my point is, there's nothing in the documentation that is holding that back. It's all about the people to make it happen and to keep the spirit of those documents alive and a reality for as many people as possible. So that's why I love this country, is because, you know, things like that are possible. There are other places in the world where if you're born under certain conditions, the chances of you getting out of those conditions are not good, almost impossible in some cases. And sadly, there are some parts of this country where that is kind of true too. And we're working on that. And I hope we continue to work on that. But yeah, I just hope the better angels of our nature went out at the end. But yeah, I've probably gone longer than I should have for this, but yeah, I was just forming the connections in my mind and trying to verbalize the sentiments that I wanted to express. Hope you guys are doing well. Take care, and as usual, be excellent to each other.